Called twice and they haven't answered the phone, and so I'm getting a little bit nervous. Here we are leaving Yogi Bear Park in Plymouth, Indiana. Little did we know when we got here that we were in for quite a surprise.
We had no idea that there were other YouTubers here, right across from where we were staying. That was quite a nice surprise.
Something kind of interesting happened when we were here. Before we got here, I tried to find out if there was T-Mobile cell service here. And from the information I found out, it looked like it might not be. It didn't look very likely, but it looked like it was a possibility. When we got here, we pulled in and we were near the office and we had no service. But by the time we got to our spot, we had service, and we had service in our spot the whole time we were here. The only thing is it wasn't the best service, but it worked. I found if I put my cell phone, which is my hotspot, I found that if I put that into the window, that it was even better. We just stopped to get our propane filled before we head out of Plymouth, Indiana, and we're heading to Ohio, Toledo, Ohio. .8090 Ohio Turnpike. Incidentally, the 80 and 90 east coming from Indiana into Ohio, probably the last, we were only on it for about 30 miles. It is some of the worst road that we've ever had to drive on. It's really bad. And it's a toll road. I don't know if I've ever been on a road that bad, except for the free BLM road, so you have to drive sometimes to get to free BLM land. The roads are sometimes bad, but for this being a throughway, interstate, it was horrible.
I will say this though, since we got into Ohio, the roads started getting nicer, a lot smoother.
Speed limit's 70. Let's see how fast the overage tortoise goes. Brian, 20. Archibald, 26, and Toledo, 66. Nothing about Buffalo yet. I think Buffalo's about 400 and some miles from Toledo, I believe. Riding around in Toledo, we came to the Hollywood Casino in Toledo, and we were hoping to stay there, and it doesn't look like there is access. They had low clearance and a parking ramp, so I don't think there's anywhere for RVs to park, so we left. So we are now, we called one campground, but it was too far away, so we're going to another one, and we could not get a hold of them. So hopefully we can get into this campground. Dot Service Plaza in Ohio, and we found this. It's a travel plaza, and they have RV parking. I'll show you how it works. It seems to me it costs $20. It doesn't really say, but it says deposit $20, use exact amount, no change returned.
Welcome. When paying with cash, please use the exact change. To enter lot, please deposit $20.
So you pay here, and then you get a ticket, and then they have electric hookups over here, and you stay for one night. And they also have a dump station. I'll show you the dump. And they have water, but it says the water is not potable. So, and there's a garbage can here. You can throw out your garbage. I think this is something that would be kind of neat if they did this in the in all the travel areas, the travel rest stops. And it looks like they have about 20 spots. There's 2 people here right now. Maybe about 12 spots. Oh, here comes another RV. Here's our sign. We drive with this sign in the window. Hello from S&S and the RV Cats on YouTube. If you are a subscriber that we got from that sign, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know about it. We decided to not stay at that rest area because we thought $20 was too expensive. There was no water hookup. They did have potable water, I noticed, a little further down from the non-potable water, but they didn't have water hookup, so it was $20 for just electricity.
At first, I thought it was really neat. I thought, oh, look at, they have an area just for RVs. And then, you know, once we read the sign that you actually had to pay to stay there, I think that would have been neat if they would have had a separate RV area where you didn't have to stay with the trucks, but without any hookups and for free. I don't know, I thought it was kind of weird that they charge people $20 to stay in an area without giving you the option to stay in there for free, you know, without any hookups.
If it was $10, we would have gone ahead and done it. And actually, when we pulled out, there was another guy pulling in, and he went around to look at it, and apparently he thought it was too expensive too because he didn't stay, and he ended up leaving. So I think they'd be a lot better off if they charged $10 or at best $15. Maybe if they had had water at the site, it would have been a little bit more worth it. But to have to, you couldn't even have running water. You just have to use water in your tanks. It just didn't seem like it was worth it. It's starting to get dark, and the campground that we wanted to stay at in Bellevue, Ohio, we called and they did not answer the phone.
Turn left on West US Highway 6.
We've called twice and they haven't answered the phone, and so I'm getting a little bit nervous. It does say they take drive-ups, but it's starting to get dark and I'm getting a little bit nervous. Part of the reason I was concerned, I wasn't even sure I wanted to leave today because we didn't really have a plan in place. We usually have a plan. Well, we did have sort of a plan. What happened was that casino that we went to, on the Google Answers, it said that they do allow RV parking. I came up with the idea of going to the place that we're going to try to go to, and we called, but they didn't answer, but we started going there anyways because it's towards where we're headed in New York. So, you know, we're in Ohio right now. It might not always be fun to go into an RV park in the dark, although we've done it before, and hopefully we'll get there before dark.
Hopefully we'll find a spot. We'll find some place to go.
It's very dark. I don't know if you can see me because we went to the wrong place with the RV park. I put the address in on the GPS, and I told it to go there, and it was saying we were there, but we weren't. And it said it was 6 miles further. I thought it said it was the other way, but I don't know. But anyways, I think it was 6 more miles down. And so we saw a Walmart that looked like it had overnight RV parking. So I think we're just gonna go there because they never called us back from the RV park. We called them twice. So we're just gonna go to that Walmart. It's about 13 miles away. So we're gonna do that. Riding in the dark. We're almost to Walmart. We're gonna go to Walmart. We're almost there. So you pay here and you get a ticket.
Welcome. When paying with cash, please use the exact change. To enter lot, please deposit $20.
Okay, I just jumped because that voice paid.